Oh, hello. Welcome to Mash on This, Mashable's daily culture and entertainment show that gives you tomorrow's biggest news stories today. I'm your host, Sam Donaldson, with less majestic eyebrows, also known as Dory Greenberg. I also have a cold, so please bear with me today. On Mash on This, we give you a quick rundown of what we think is the best the internet has to offer. Be sure to tell us what you think in the comments, and we'll get to them at the end of the show. Don't be shy. Let us know what you think. Now let's get into it. Today is the third day of Passover and the second day of Sean Spicer's apology tour. Yay! In case you missed it, the White House press secretary said some pretty dumb stuff yesterday, and here's a master cut of it framed up appropriately with credits from the HBO show Veep.
We didn't use chemical weapons in World War II. You know, you had someone as despicable as Hitler, who didn't even sink to using chemical weapons.
Siri, why does God allow suffering?
Ma'am, this morning he told me that Jews cause hurricanes.
So just want to give you the opportunity to clarify something you said that seems to be gaining some traction right now. Quote, Hitler didn't even sink to the level of using chemical weapons. What did you mean by that?
I think when you come to sarin gas, he was not using the gas on his own people the same way that Assad is doing. I mean, there was clearly, I understand your point. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. There was not he brought him into the Holocaust Center. I understand that. But I'm saying in the way that Assad used them, where he went into towns, dropped them down to innocent into the middle of towns, it was brought to it. So the use of it, and I appreciate the clarification there. That was not the intent.
I don't even know what you just said. What are you laughing?
Cool. So just so we're all on the same page, Hitler did use chemical weapons on his own people, since there were quite a lot of German Jews who were in those, quote, Holocaust centers, which sounds like a place where you go to get schlocky tourist pamphlets and free coffee before your exhilarating tour of Auschwitz and Birkenau. Spicer has since apologized for his stupid remarks, saying they were, quote, inappropriate and insensitive. But the fact that they even came out of his mouth had a lot of people calling for him to be fired. In addition to politicians like New Jersey House Representative Donald Payne and House Majority Leader Nancy Pelosi saying that he should get axed, now the Anne Frank Center is seconding the motion. The center's executive director said Spicer lacks the integrity to serve his post and that he engaged in a form of Holocaust denial by saying that Hitler did not gas millions of Jews to death. But if you're thinking Trump will hear our Passover prayers and get rid of Spicer, let's not forget that our president spends most of his time with this guy. So the odds of him being overly sympathetic to the Jewish people are pretty low. I don't think anyone looks at Melania Trump and thinks, gosh, you know, she could really use some more money. Yeah, she needs it. And that's why it's very upsetting to hear that she is now $2.9 million richer thanks to a lawsuit she filed against the Daily Mail. The First Lady claims that the newspaper reported false claims about her work as a professional model, which led to an apology from the Daily Mail and that multi-million-dollar payout for damages. Melania's attorneys argued that the report damaged her ability to build businesses based on her status as a, quote, successful businesswoman. According to CNN, the article questioned the nature of Melania's work in the 1990s and republished allegations that she provided services beyond simply modeling. Wink, 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 wink. So the moral of the story is that if you have a whole lot of money and a murky past life, just wait patiently until the media tries to expose your alleged prior wrongdoing so you can hire a team of attorneys to get you even more money. That's the American way. I think it seems like it is. I don't know anymore. Given the political current, given the current political climate, cold medication, it's hard to trust many things these days, but one aspect of life that has remained unreliable throughout the centuries is shoelaces. Even when they are given the double knot treatment, they still manage to wiggle themselves loose without warning. But now, engineers at UC Berkeley think they have figured out the cause for your deceitful shoelaces. They believe that the force of the foot striking the ground stretches and then relaxes your standard bow knot, while a second force that's caused by the leg swinging while walking or running acts like an invisible hand on the ends of the laces. A fun fact, apparently when you're running, your foot strikes the ground at 7 times the force of gravity, and that's a lot of force. The researchers hope that an understanding of shoelaces can also be applied to other laced-up structures, such as DNA. So until they come up with a foolproof way to tie your sneaks, best to double and maybe triple knot those babies just for your own safety. So deceitful. Do you talk a big doodle game, but then when it comes to drawing, you put up doodly squat? If so, your doodle prayers have been answered. Yay! Google's new AutoDraw app is like Microsoft Paint, but psychic and on steroids. The app recognizes what you're trying to draw and then offers up art from professionals to enhance your creations. Here's a little peek at the app's trailer.
So a few of us at Google created AutoDraw. It's a drawing tool for the rest of us. AutoDraw pairs the magic of machine learning with drawings from talented artists to help you draw stuff fast. Say you want to make your friend a poster for her birthday. You'd go to the AutoDraw site from your phone or computer, and you'd start doodling something that sort of looks like a cake. The AutoDraw suggestion tool then guesses your doodle, and you pick a cake you like. And you can do this with all kinds of drawings. Flowers, dolphins, socks, furniture for a new living room layout, a bike for an event poster, a giraffe on a house in the sky for no good reason. You could make a
AutoDraw is available on desktops, tablets, and phones, and is part of Google's new AI Experiments collection, which showcases Google's artificial intelligent research throughout web apps that anyone can test out. I've always wanted to draw as good as Bob Al Green, one of the infamous Bob Draws program here at Mashable, and AutoDraw will allow me to finally live that fantasy. So for that, Google, I salute you. Ever since they arrived in the year 2000, Gorillaz have been one of the most innovative bands out there. They've been doing a whole bunch of unique tech-driven stunts, like releasing a 360-degree version of their Saturn's Bars music video and hosting a bunch of pop-up spirit houses with Sonos in order to create buzz for their new album, Humans with a Z, out on April 28th. Now, the band, led by Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett, are releasing their very own augmented reality app, which lets fans tour the band's studio, listen to playlists made by the band members, and experience some scenes in VR. Woo. The Gorillaz app will also play host to a global listening party where people around the world will be invited to listen to the new album simultaneously, which the band is calling the largest ever geospecific listening experience. Some people might write off all these activations as publicity gimmicks, but I am into it, mostly because they are trying out something new, and we could use a little bit more experimentation in today's music industry. I think I also secretly want to be a character in the Gorillaz, but I think that's a story for another time. If you're not very domesticated, then the idea of food preparation can seem daunting and fraught with opportunities to fail. Even just peeling potatoes can cause me all sorts of anguish, but Selfridges in London, England is looking to potato peeling as a way to relieve stress. The British department store is helping shoppers unwind by hosting crafting workshops, one of which involves peeling potatoes. At the workshop, people can therapeutically peel potatoes to reconnect and relax through basic activities. The program also offers workshops that includes making tea and grinding spices, which is definitely more my speed. Linda Houston, the creative director for Selfridges, said that the idea is to draw attention to those habitual tasks you would not normally notice or appreciate and find a renewed value in them. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't get thrust into a panic attack at the thought of nicking your finger whilst de-skinning spuds, then this Selfridges concept is definitely for you. But I'm just gonna stick to the general retail therapy as a way to wind down. Oh, Miss so sleepy.